Hi, welcome back to Rigsters' journey here in Jalopy World. In this episode, I will show you the Lakia car dealer and continue our journey. In this episode of the series, I'm going to head back home to the dealer and return home to set up for the next leg. So I'm going to just move around here and open up the door with the left mouse button. And, oh, got myself stuck there for some reason. Just moving along here. Yeah, tell keepers to say thank you for staying. I'm gonna also, just out of curiosity, I'm just gonna sell this cup. Even though it's not worth much, it could be something. Oh, look, our uncle has teleported. No, not for this series, sir. You can just stay there next to the car. I'll put this in the trunk and open it up. Alright, let's head to that dealer. See here, right now we have $117, just like as of last episode. Oh, it would help if I could start this car better. Okay. So I'm gonna fast forward this video. As part of learning how to splice, and I'm new to YouTube, I'm gonna be fast forwarding this section. Okay. Now I'm at the Lakia Dealer. This is where you can upgrade and modify the car. And I'm going to be going over some things, so make sure to turn off the engine. That way I don't waste any gas. So, just simply left click to open the door. And I think this employee always looks the same. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure this guy always looks the same. So this is the catalog. You just left click on that. Yeah, it's like deluxe vehicle. I'll just have this show here just for a little bit, and then I'll move on to some of the things you can do. Okay, now that I showed that, let's start with the engine. So there's various engine types, of course stock being the cheapest. Naked engine, I think that's like for speed. Ramshackle, I think is for lightweight. And squash, I think is like the highest end, more reliability. So I think the naked and squash are probably the best upgrades outside the stock to start out with. The green engine is kind of like more economic or lighter weight. Brown is more durability, and the red is like for racing. As you can see, they're cheaper than the name brand ones. Name brand ones improve upon the color series. Kong being like more like reliability, and the Carbolite being more for like quality parts. And for the fuel tanks, of course, you start out with stock. They're like 10 liters. This will allow you to travel further, as it implies. And of course, you got chubby, stout, and portly. I'm pretty sure we have the portly or stout. I'll double check that before we continue the journey. And the carburetors are, of course, increased acceleration. You have stock, and it goes, the price increases up from there. Tube being the best one, pipe being pretty close. The more you go up the upgrade tree, the more expensive, of course, the parts are. Air filters help with engine durability. They take the damage before the engine does. Can, of course, being the best. And of course, ignition coil. These aren't as vital as an upgrade, but they definitely help with using less fuel to start up the car. Triple barrel being the best. Batteries are more cosmetic. They don't really change the stats too much, but you can change the look of the battery for only 10 bucks. Sometimes you do want to buy these if you're not going back home, which we'll be doing in this series. Water tank, they're okay. They're definitely not a vital upgrade. Of course, the bigger tank is, the more often you can run the windshield washer fluid, which is probably will be needed later on in this journey, but not right away. And of course, my favorite upgrades is the extras. You can replace the funky passenger door that tends to jam. You have to open up twice. And the roof rack, which is what you want to get in this series first. That will allow you to store a lot more compartments without having to glitch items in, and I really love this upgrade. It's expensive, but it's very worth it. It does slow down your car though, so you're going to be traveling a lot slower once you have this upgraded to the extra roof rack. Digital display. This is a neat, expensive upgrade. I haven't tried this upgrade yet, but I definitely want to get into that for this journey. And of course, paint. This is just cosmetic. I usually find this on the road. Hopefully in this episode I might encounter some of that as well. And once you select an upgrade, I'll just select one just to show you here. Like if I click on the green fuel tank as an example, it will show you here in the price, $60. And this list, of course, the more money you have, the more you can order. You would click order, and then there would be a part outside, and you open up the crate with the left mouse button and continue on the way. But I'm going to cancel that because I don't need the fuel tank at all. And sometimes the left click doesn't work for cancel, so you press the escape key to get out of there. So I'll head back to the car. I'll take a look at the gas tank because I kind of forgot the exact liter capacity it is. So open up this hood. Okay, so it's a stout fuel tank. It's 30 liters. So let me just quick look at this catalog real quick to see where that is on the upgrade tree for the fuel tank. Oh, well, I don't have to upgrade the fuel. It's the best one in the game. 30 liters. You can get HSK for 3 more liters. But I don't know if that 3 liters makes a huge difference. Outside, of course, obvious capacity. I don't know if the durability is slightly inferior with HSK. But it's a good test to sometime do in the future. So I'll go head back to the car and continue on the way. I'm going to be heading back home because I want to get some free road tires. They're still in condition 2 out of 3. So that should last us back home and it won't have any flats, hopefully, along the way. I mean, I do have a car jack stand, and like in last episode, I filled it up. So I'll put that in there. Shut this trunk. And let's see here. We select the map. Yeah, and if you want to head back home, which is I'm going to be doing in this episode, I'm going to hit head back. Eventually, we'll be heading to Sazek, or Sazek and Slovakian Federal Relative Republic. Hopefully I said that correctly. If not, I do apologize because I'm not very good at it pronouncing that word. So, it seems like the routes aren't much different. I'm going to do the shorter route just to be on the safe side. Route 1 and 2 are not much different. They have the same conditions and distance. Route 3 might be more profitable, but I'm not looking to make a ton of money on this part of the leg. So let's head back there. So I'm just gonna fast forward this a little bit and I'll see you back when I encounter something interesting like a box or an event, or see if there's something new that happens. Because I've got a lot of feedback on my first episode before I fast forward that I need to trim down the video time or at least pause it at certain events. So I'm going to do that as an experiment for this episode. So this will be fast forwarded to another event. Oh, hold up. We got an event here. We have an AI card that's flipped over. Unfortunately, in this game, you can't flip cars over. So he's just going to be stuck there. going back to Berlin, back to home base. Gas tank actually barely moved too during this. I'm averaging about 60 kilometers, which is pretty fast for this car. So it's actually not bad. So that was an interesting event. So let's see, and fast forward a little more to see what's going on. Oh, actually, don't need the fast forward. We found our first box on the way. Let's see what's inside this puppy. I'm gonna have the engine running. And I'm gonna put that in the trunk. Hopefully it's something good. We won't know until I get back home, because I think, if I remember correctly, as in episode 1, there should also be a wrench that will allow me to open that as well. So fast forward again once I see something interesting. Alright, so an update on this journey. I discovered something on the other side of the road. This is the other event I was talking about. There's an abandoned car here. Now sometimes you can get some really nice parts. They usually be in mediocre or okay shape. But I'm on this side of the road, so I'm wondering if there's a way I can get over there. So maybe in this episode I can head over there somehow or make a U-turn, because I am very curious about that car. That's another way of getting parts for free, or at least salvaging them and selling them if you don't need them. So fast forwarding again. Alright, journey update. The car is starting to smoke a little bit, so that's likely the carburetor is taking damage. I haven't bumped or hit anything, so I'm pretty sure it's just normal wear from just driving around. And there's the tank again from episode 1. It's T3485. It's pretty cool. Hopefully I'll get back to the home before anything bad happens, which I think I will. And an update on the tank. It's a 30-liter tank and we're still 3/4 full. So that's pretty good. I didn't realize how good of a gas tank I discovered on that junkyard when I got to the first waypoint, which is to get to the Czech Republic. That's pretty cool. I never knew to have gotten that lucky on that kind of event before, so that's actually really exciting. So if you fast forwarding till another event where something interesting happens. Alright, journey update. We're now back at home. I'm going to pull into the garage. And let's see what I can repair at this home base. Back where we started. Let's take a look and see what got damaged here. Alright. Oh wow, the filter took a lot of damage. The engine's okay. Oh, the carburetor really got damaged. Holy smokes. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. Yeah, I think that would be the next engine related upgrade, is to get that repaired and all that stuff. Oh. The doors are locked. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to continue to the next day in order to access that. So let's repair these parts. Huh. That's interesting. The sound effects for the repair kit didn't really seem to make the right sounds there for some reason. That's sometimes one of the bugs in this game. There are a couple bugs. So I'll advance the game to the next day and see if I can do some more repairs. Huh. So you can set this up here to continue to the next day. You just click on the bed and then you'll advance on to the next day. It always uses the same transition. Alright. Day 2.